Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to another book chat. Okay, so no surprise to anyone, obviously I love books about dragons, but the truth is I don't actually read a terrible amount of them because so many of them are very stereotypical dragons, you know, involved in very stereotypical books with you know, the prince saving the princess from the terrible fire-breathing dragon who's been destroying all the sheep around the castle. And as you can tell, I probably haven't read many dragon books for quite a few years because I'm sure that is not the case with most of them out there now. But anyway, so I don't read a lot of dragon books because generally speaking they aren't really my thing. They're normally the sort of medieval setting, high fantasy, epic fantasy, which isn't really me so much. Not really my sort of reading style. Anyway, I picked this one up because having met the author online, I like the stuff he posted, and that's often a way that I do find new authors, is by people I meet online. So, you know, that sort of thing does work sometimes. And anyway, this is called Traitor Knight by Keith Willis. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit dark on here. There we go. And there is also a sequel out. And it starts off with the knight riding through the forest when he hears a commotion. And, oh no, the dragon has the damsel and he must rescue her. Luckily for him, the dragon has a terrible case of the hiccups, which means that when he tries to fry the knight, instead he hiccups. Highly embarrassing for any self-respecting dragon. Dragon leaves. Straight away, that was just a fantastic little subverting of the tropes. And then it becomes very clear that the damsel in distress is not... She might be in a little bit of distress, but not so much now that the dragon's taken off due to being embarrassed by hiccups. And she's not the sort of person that hangs around being in distress anyway. The knight in question as well, rather than being your, you know, on a white steed, knight in shining armour sort of thing. He may be the captain of the king's guard, but he isn't very trusted by most people around the castle, and is in fact suspected of being a traitor. Which, as it goes along, there's a lot of political intrigue, a lot of castle politics, and it's a really well done book. It's filled with lots of little bits of humour, lots of little asides, and it definitely doesn't take itself too seriously. So yeah, turns out is my sort of book. There is also obviously a romance, and as we all know, romance is not one of my strong points. Again, my sort of romance. It's nice, it's low-key, it's fun, there's not too much flowery language. It tends to be, everything tends to be a little bit sarcastic and tongue-in-cheek. Good tension, good world building, good characters. Yeah, not really much else to say about that other than the fact that I will be getting hold of the next book because it turns out the dragon is not your ordinary dragon at all. Never mind the hiccups. He's got other reasons for not being ordinary. And he is going to be making more of a reappearance in the second book, I'm hoping. So I'm going to have to get hold of that one to find out a little bit more about the dragon. So yes, if you have not read Traitor Knight, I would get hold of that if you enjoy your sort of your fantasy with not being too epic, full of humour, full of good characters, and with a hiccuping dragon. And who can say no to a hiccuping dragon? So tell me, have you read Traitor Knight? What sort of fantasy do you enjoy? Do you enjoy fantasy at all? What have been your favourites? What do you look for in your sort of fantasy reads? And let me know below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.